So consumers today, they really expect a level of personal engagement, and they expect brands to recognize that. So there's even a McKinsey study that found like 76% of consumers are more likely to buy from a brand when that brand leverages personalized messaging. So you could think about it like this. Say I'm like scrolling through my favorite streaming platform, and I am served up with a ad to watch a show that like completely aligns with my interests, something I had no idea I was even looking for. Compare that against me receiving something completely random. So say something like a documentary on competitive stamp collecting, right? One is really aligned to my preferences and my interests, and one completely misses the mark. Technology is making this level of personalization more readily available than ever before. So we've got things like AI, we've got predictive analytics, we've got these real-time engagement tools that really help brands serve up the right message at the right time. And if it's a really big but, you're still using these broad strokes like age and gender, like all females age 35 to 50 are really going to enjoy watching reruns of Sex and the City. You're really missing that bigger picture. Brands that understand that level of personalization and engagement, they're really going to be able to create experiences that feel very authentic.
I'm glad you brought up that example on demographics and this, I suppose, tension between that with brands relying on demographics for targeting and consumers wanting personalized experiences. So what do you see as the limitations to using demographics, and what are some of the other data signals that marketers should consider?
So there are a lot of limitations in just leveraging demographics. So demographics are going to tell you who you are, but not why you're likely to do something. So a really great example of this is the people that we bought our home from. The female, she was married, 2 kids, pregnant with her 3rd. She was a stay-at-home mom, and they had 2 dogs. And then we move in. At that point, I had no kids, I had a cat, and I work full-time. Demographically, we were twins, but in real life, we were very, very different. And this is where psychographics come in. So the values, the attitudes, the motivations that really help brands dig deeper. So is someone more eco-conscious? Are they frugal? Are they very impulsive in the decisions that they make? When brands can understand these different layers and what drives consumers, they can really create messaging that resonates.
So I was kind of curious too what some of the biggest misconceptions are about consumer data. Do you find yourself educating clients on how to use data more effectively and dispel, I suppose, some of these misconceptions or myths?
Yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions out there, but I'd say probably one of the biggest ones is that past purchase behavior is always indicative of what somebody's likely to do in the near future. So a really good example of this is I just bought a couch, right? So if I still keep getting ads of 10% off of a couch, you've completely missed the boat. What do I need next? Probably some throw pillows, probably a rug, and maybe even a new coffee table, right? But it's really, timing is everything. You can also think about this in the same context with life event data. So if you just moved or had a baby or bought a new home, those are major life events that really trigger a lot of purchase behaviors. So brands that can really identify and use predictive or forward-based looking data like intent data or discretionary spend indicators that are likely to predict what you're likely to do in the near future, they're really resonating with consumers because you're hitting them at the right time.
So within that, when you look at psychographic-driven marketing, can you just tell us what that really means and how brands can use it to craft better customer experiences?
Well, the way I like to think about psychographics is talking to a consumer like you would know or talk to a really good friend. So say you're out there shopping for a car. You could be someone that is all about safety. So you're looking at crash test ratings, you're looking at fuel efficiency, you're looking at like the reliability of the car. You could also be someone who's all about the bells and whistles, right? So it's all about car performance. It's all about the sleek design. You want technology that feels like you are piloting a spacecraft, right? Same dealership, but you want two separate different things, right? Psychographics, what that helps you do is psychographics help you say, not just here's a car, but here's a car that checks all the right boxes. Because at the end of the day, it is about selling a car, right? It's all about a consumer buying, but it's not just about that. It's about really creating a meaningful experience where you're creating that loyalty or that friendship, right, with that consumer that gets them coming back again and again.
Well, this has been really informative, Anna. So looking ahead, how do you see the role of data evolving in marketing? What should brands and advertisers be preparing for now? Like, what are some key takeaways?
I think the future of marketing data is all about balance. Think personalization meets privacy. So while consumers expect a level of engagement, they also want to have more control over their data. And the people that can do that right, by blending really ethically sourced data combined with like research-based insights, they're going to be the ones that are going to help bridge that gap and delivering meaningful engagement, but still protecting the rights of a consumer. So I would prioritize three things. One, first-party data is king. It's always going to be king. But by blending in second and third-party data, you are going to have a more complete view of who a consumer is. I'd also recommend investing in intent or predictive forward-looking data like life event data, right? It's all about also delivering that message at the right time. And then I'd also recommend a focus on predictive analytics, right? You understand what people have done in the past, but what is even more powerful is being able to predict something that a consumer is likely to want in the future, maybe even before they know that they want it themselves. In the end, data is incredibly powerful, and those brands that can serve up the right message to the right person at the right time while still balancing the rights and the privacy of the consumer are the ones that are going to win in consumer engagement.